Hello, my fellow Facebookers and YouTubers. You see what I'm doing? I done took the steering wheel apart because I'm changing the ignition switch. Almost had it out. I said, well, I'm going to show you what I'm doing here. I'll put you on pause because I only got two hands and I got to get the other one out. I have no place to put you. Let me see. There it is. We'll just get it out here one-handedly. New ignition switch and everything. New keys and everything. Well, because the reason I'm doing this is that you don't even have to have a key to turn this truck on. So we're gonna take the old one out. All right. You see where it is like that. Same way with that one. So we want to grab the same thing and put the same thing right back in there. Well, you can't see it with looking at my knee. So I'm going to put that right back in there like so. Alright. Hopefully it's in there right. Because we got to put this little thing back in right here. Alright. And this got to go in here like so. And that little hole right here. Alright. See here. I'm looking right. This one right here. Alright. That is for the turn signals. And I gotta put that right back down. Well, see here. Is that the way it is? It was not in the way of the turn signals. See? Let's do this first. Let's put this little bolt back in first. We'll put that one back in. That will set this where this is supposed to go. Alright. I gotta make sure it goes in lined up with that hole. Alright, now don't put your pause. I had to do a little finagling, and I got it in there. I didn't get the bolt all the way in there, but we're fixing it. Put it in there, and oops, just don't do that. This is not supposed to be tight. Not like that. Okay, let's see here. There we go. It's going in right now. Alright. That's that. Now we're going to put this booger thing in. And there's a little flap on this thing. Okay. Yeah, at the bottom of it, that little flap there. I can't show you with, but it's that little right there. That's gonna go down. Alright. Down it goes. Goes in a little hole right there. We'll snap that back in there. Get my little screwdriver. So go all the way down in there. Let me see here. That don't look right. Okay, that don't look right. Yep, I gotta finagle that too. Okay, I should have took a picture of it, but guess what? I figured it out. I figured that thing out. You put it down in there, okay? Get it like that and push it up. Whoop. That's all I had to do. Alright. Now all I gotta do is get everything else back together. Uh-oh, goes the screw. That's alright, I know where it goes. That goes down. As usual, I'm pointing downwards. I just gotta put these screws in. Okay, I got 3 of them I gotta put in. So let me see. Got one up here. One up here that you can't see. And I got 2 other on the floor board. Let me see here. Yeah, I'm not showing where it's supposed to go. Okay. I got orientation there. Orientation there. Okay. Okay, one screw goes up here. Right in there. So you can see it. See what I'm doing? Oop, wrong thing. That definitely does not need to go in there. Where did my little screwdriver piece go? That little piece right there. I can show you taking it apart. But I am trying to fix this truck roadworthy. I don't want somebody to steal it because my ignorant butt didn't want to buy a key cylinder. Okay, that screw goes right in there. I get it in the hole. Don't you drop it. There you go. And another one down here. Get the screwdriver. Get in the hole. Get in the hole. There you go. That's all you gotta do. Just snug it. It's plastic. You do not want to break this plastic. This is a 33-year-old truck. They probably do make these things, but we don't want to buy something that we don't need to buy because I got too much strength. Now, I do have another one to go in, and this is for the blinkers. And I got to orientation with this right here. It goes across this little piece. Let me see here. See this right here? It goes across there and a part down here, and I can't do that and hold y'all at the same time, so I'm gonna put y'all on pause. Okay, I got the screw started. Anyhow, it goes there, and it attaches to the turn signal. Just don't get it cross-threaded. Oops. I got both hands. Hold on. I gotta get back in the thing here, right here. Alright. I gotta have both hands. Alright. Now we're getting it. It's one of them things you gotta do with both hands. And I don't have a third hand to hold the signal thing up. Okay. There's the signal thing. Alright. Alright. Now, we got, see everything working. Okay, we got a new ignition switch. Okay. You want to see what the other one looks like? Here's the new ignition switch. It's got some teeth on it. Let me see here on my side here. Here's the old ignition switch. No teeth. So they grounded that thing down to work. Anybody could turn this truck on. Alright? You can't no more. Without that key I got right over here, you ain't going to turn this truck on. Boom. That's why I did that. So, I got to put this thing all back together. There's a compression ring right here this little thing right here, it's got to go right down in here into a groove right here. But I got to put all these plates. Let's see here. Yeah, I got to get all this plate right here and that. I got to get that on first. Okay. All right. Get that there. And then I have to take this one. Make sure I get it on the right side. That goes this way. Or does it? See, I should have took a damn picture of it. But there's a flat place in here. I think this goes this way. Alright. If it doesn't, guess what? We'll have a problem. Alright, got an orientation with that. Oh yeah, that's the way it went. Just like that. Alright. And there's a ring that I gotta get. I'll show you. It's not right there. It's way down there. You see the spring right here? See that little divot right there? The shiny part? That's where that little ring's gotta go. And that's why I went by AutoZone and got a steering wheel puller thing. Alright? So that's what I gotta do. I gotta put all this stuff back together. That way. That way. Like so. Alright. There's your, when you park, put in park right here. That will engage with that. Alright. And so I gotta put this on. Don't you hate me putting all this stuff together and you can't see what I'm doing? Now that little C-ring's got to be closed all the way up. Alright. Now I was watching a video on YouTube. He's kind of stretched out. Mine didn't, so I don't have to worry about it too much. But I got to put this other wheel power back on it. Alright. And which thing did I use? I used this thing right here. Alright. This thing right here. We'll screw that all the way down on that completely. And you watching me? I'm watching that, and I ain't watching the doggone screen. Alright. That goes there. We get this nifty little thing right here. This big old nut right here. I'm doing it again. Alright. Hopefully I can get this on here. Alright, started. I'm doing it by hand. Compressing it by hand. Yeah. It'd be a lot easier if I had that big wrench. Where did I put it? There it is. This big wrench right here. And just compress it. Don't want to hit no plastics, as they said. Alright, just push that on it. I did the Pontiac, okay? And it's sitting over there. Behind that burgundy SUV. Now, I didn't have this tool. I had to press it in by hand, had somebody click it in for me. This makes it a whole heck lot easier. Alright, there's the groove right there. Go down there a little bit further. So it makes it a lot easier to get on. Alright, now we gotta slip this monkey right here down around that. So I'm gonna have to put you on pause again. I'll show you right before I click it in place, okay? Okay. Got it sliding down, okay? This gotta go down and around. Let me get my handy dandy screwdriver. Gotta push it down, and down. It does not want to go as usual. Yeah. Yeah, work it down. Work it down. Almost there. There it goes. You see that? Right around that. Now, all we got to do is undo this. Alright. There we go. We're done with it. We'll take this back off here. Put that back in the kit right there. And boom. Take that off. Put that back in the kit. Flashlight out of the way. Take this off. Nice little kit. I just didn't want to have to buy it one time from Harbor Freight, which they do have them for the same price as this. I had to buy it. I had to give them a deposit on this, okay? Like you actually buying it. You'll get your money back once you return it. And today it's going to get returned. I got it yesterday. I'm going to return it today. And let me see. I got to put this little cover back on. It's a little plastic piece. Alright. Just snap back in. Supposedly. Put you on pause. Alright, I got it in there. I just slid right on there. Okay, let me see here. We got a steering wheel got to put on. There's a little notch on here. I had to make sure that little notch lined up with a little notch inside. But most importantly, there's a notch in here too. Alright. You got to line that notch up with that notch. That is right here. Alright. There's a notch inside here. Right there. Line it up with that notch there. So I'm going to put you back down. Okay. I got that on. Okay. Then we got a nut. We got a nut to put on. Right there. Alright, I got this thing. I got a horn piece that goes on here, but it's got to go on later. After I get this nut on here, okay? Like I'm pointing at the right place. Like a doofus. Alright. Get my handy dandy wrench out. Turn it the right direction. It's not one of my good ones got stove, okay? That's one of the good ones. Hold on, I gotta turn it backwards. Alright. Yeah, this one don't have a really good clicking things. Right, that's tight. And I gotta put this little clipper thing on here. This little thing right here. It's just so the nut won't back off, okay? So that's another two-handed thing. Put on pause. I'll show you one thing else. It's the horn that goes over the top of this. And I got it somewhere in here. Probably behind this box. I do. It's right there. That's the last thing that goes on here. So I gotta do two hands on this. I can't do one. Okay, that's just so the nut don't. The nut can't come off, okay? Alright, it just won't come off. That way you don't lose your steering wheel. Okay, this little thing down here, it's got to go in that little hole down here. and then I gotta get it in there and push it down and turn it clockwise. To get it out, you gotta turn it counterclockwise. So that's the last thing I gotta do, and that takes 2 hands too. And we're gonna, well, I'll put you on pause. You gotta be able to see the horn part go back on. Okay. Okay, I got it in there. Now all you gotta do is take this. That is done. Can't get the horn, you know why? I ain't got the battery hooked up. So, let's go hook up the battery. I think you can watch that. Alright. I ain't cranked this thing up since I brought it in here. I found out that that is the correct radiator. It's just, you're not supposed to see that if the shroud's over it, okay? So, let's get this battery hooked back up. I need a big wrench to knock it down in there. The biggest wrench I got is a Cherry. That's a good hammer. That's the most important thing I need to get done, was get that daggone ignition switch on that. Alright. And I gotta get that. Yeah, I was pointing somewhere else on it. I had a guy like Dirt Perfect. Somebody hold the camera for me. Yeah, I think this wrench just ain't quite the right size. Get that side up. How about that? You ain't even watching, are you? You just turn away. Let's go see if the horn works now. I got me a free set of wrenches from Harbor Freight today because I had to go get a couple of specialty tools, and that was one of them. And what was the other thing I had to get? Oh yeah, I thought I had to get some torque screw thing. It says that nut that holds the ignition in. Well, mine's different. I didn't even have to get those, but those will come in handy. Let's see if the horn works. Oh yeah, it works. Let's see if the ignition works. Well, we got to get the key in there, don't we? Lights come on. Oh yeah. Guess the next thing we gotta do. Okay. We got keys for the truck now. I'll put the other extra key in the drawer up there, upstairs, and take this ignition key off my keys here. Take that piece of junk off. But I'm thinking about maybe changing that too. I think that's got a pretty good, that's the door key. Alright, I think we're alright with that. Okay, all I gotta do now, I got one more thing I need to put on here today. Tomorrow we're gonna have this thing up on jacks and replacing what is that thing? The brake lines, okay? Brake lines going from the steel lines that are rates. Let me see here. Right here. Alright. Take the new line, put it on the wheel cylinder down here. Okay. That or caliper or whatever. Yeah. Because it's pointing to the left when I put it on the brakes. Usually that means only one brake is working. The one that's pointing to the left side, that's the only one that's working. That's when it's pull to that side. So that's what we're gonna do tomorrow, which is tomorrow's Monday, the 10th, or the no, tomorrow is 11th. Excuse me, Monday, September 11th. Okay, well, that's all I got for you today. I'm gonna see if I can take this thing out, which is that thing right down here. It's a temperature gauge thing. All right, and for some reason, that's all ground, so there's nothing wrong with that. Been nice if he just, I don't know why he did that. We'll find out later when nothing works. Alright, we got ground over here out for something too. This is a carbureted vehicle, V6. We got gaskets for these. Alright, I got gaskets for the pan gasket. I got for the oil pan gasket, then the transmission pan gasket with a filter. I'm thinking I'm going to have to lift this engine up to get the pan off. Not sure yet, but let me take this thing out, get it out of the way. There's the dipstick right here. Well, this dipstick, I don't think that's in the doggone in the pan, so I might have to take them headers off right there, figure out why. Yeah, it's going down the side of the spark plug right here. Get my third arm in here. See, that's going right down in there. And I don't think it's down in the pan because the dipstick will not go all the way down in there for some reason. And when I take the pan off, I gotta change the oil in here anyhow. So when I take the pan off and fill this with the correct amount of oil, but still the thing's not hooked to the pan. The only way I can, find that out is when I drop the pan. So I got to put this thing up on jacks anyhow to take these wheels off tomorrow. So I think this thing is long enough. And y'all have a good day. Good rest of your Sunday. Adios.